Good morning, Millennial Morticians. Happy Wednesday morning. I hope you guys took the time out yesterday to go out and vote and be proactive. Um, I think America needs your voice to be heard, and so I hope you guys went out and exercised your right to vote. But as far as today's episode goes, I have an exciting episode, so buckle up, gear up. It's going to be a good one. Today's episode is entitled, What Are You Investing In? What are you investing in? I got the title of today's episode because I was on my phone one day, just kind of, surfing around and scrolling and looking, and some things came across my mind, and I realized that the root of a lot of our problems is that we're not invested in what we say we want to do and who we want to be. And when you realize who you are and what you're trying, the goals you're trying to reach, it doesn't just happen overnight. Success doesn't just happen overnight, and an investment has to be made somewhere. And so it's important for you as an individual, as a owner, as a manager, to put investments into things that show that you're serious and you're taking action towards meeting goals, to be and to develop your company and to develop your brand. And that goes so much further in 2024 than just the business or the funeral home. It goes to the individual, because now we're seeing a change where individual people are worth something. Now, I'm not saying that, we were always, people were always not worthless, were worthless or anything like that. People were always worth something, but there's been a huge boom in looking at the value of the workforce that you have, the people that you have, and the capabilities of what they can do. Because like people, businesses want the best bang for their buck. They want to find the person that can get the job done the quickest, the fastest, the most accurate, and the most efficiently. And the question is, are you that person? Are you that qualified candidate that they say, okay, yeah, I like them. They're quick, they're fast, they're efficient, they get the job done well, and their mind is sharp. And so what I found is there's a lot of people lacking investments in certain areas. And some might even can say infrastructure. That's a big thing in funeral homes. We've, over the years, been lacking in building up our infrastructure, opening more locations, increasing our technology, upgrading our TV. I don't know about you, but I love going to a place that I've been going to. There's actually a Chinese restaurant down the street from my house I've been going to my entire life. And I love that every time I go in there, I see something new, something different. It might be a month or two later, but something has changed. And it's the same way when people go into your funeral home. They don't want to go in there. They've been going to you for the last 30, 40 years. And they see, you're still doing a great job, but can I get a change of scenery? Can you update your lobby? Can we get Wi-Fi? Can we get a coffee machine? Can we? There's just so much advancement happening all the way around us, and you have to be a facility that operates in a way where you're enticing people to come, even if it's just for the free coffee. That's something that people like, or that's something that people love. And you have to remember they're grieving, they're sad. So you making that investment in back into your lobby, into spaces where people are actively in and spend hours talking with their family members about the plans or the arrangements they're going to make. That's putting money back in your pocket. So you're investing in the short term for the long term win and the long term results. But at the same time, you have to realize with every investment comes a risk. With risk, there's reward now. But you're taking a risk because you don't know if it's going to work or not. You really don't know. You don't know if they're going to love it or if they're going to hate it or if they're not really going to use it. But that's the point of making an investment and taking the risk. And I want this Millennial Mortician audience to be an audience that's willing to take what I call a safe and secure risk. I'm not saying put all your money and put all your eggs in one basket, but I'm saying make a risk that could potentially put yourself in a position for you to win. And especially right now, this is the perfect timing. I mean, we're just coming out of the pandemic. There's a lot of things that we had to do that we didn't necessarily want to do. And now there's a chance again to make an investment into something that you see fit for personal growth and development. And and like I always tell you guys, you have to make an investment back into your business, because if you don't, if people start to realize that you really don't care about the business growth, then they're going to start to feel like you really don't care about their growth, and they're going to go to another funeral home that's more enticing, that shows personal development, that shows financial growth and stability. And the great thing about this industry, which I love, is that we are financially stable industry. I mean, people die every day, and so we have an opportunity to put ourselves in a predicament to grow, to to really show that we can break out of certain habits and things like that. Not to say you're never going to mess up, because you're going to have days where you might mess up or make mistakes, but you have another chance in a business that's unforgiving. And so we need to be able to really get people excited about who we are and what we do, and show them that we're investing. And this is the big thing I want to focus on lately, because I've heard a lot of owners that do it. The funeral home is a place of business. And so the funeral side of things, the cremation side of things, that's just one facet of the business. But any funeral home owner, I think it's a great investment. I know people that do this. I've met you at the convention and we talked. It's a great idea for a funeral home to be invested in real estate. The funeral home itself to own pieces of real estate in the city. It's a great idea for funeral homes to invest in restaurants and businesses and grow itself, so that the funeral home has security. That's one of the best things you could do. I mean, because then you have a place for families in their time of need. What if they can't find a hotel? Well, the funeral home owns a home, and that's something that's something that's, I don't think, has ever been done mainstream. I mean, you're taking your funeral home and you're making it a powerhouse of change in the community, and you have real estate. So now you're not only can you serve families in a different and more complex way, but now you have a piece of investment back in the city. And that's what governments want to see. They want to see, what are you doing for the long-term growth of the city? How's the workforce? What is that looking like? How many people, how many families are you serving in our city every year? Are you making change happen? How do people view you as a owner, as a business? Are you respected? And so being that respected, well-rounded individual is, it's beyond important. And people are counting on you to get this right. And if you're not making the investments, then what are you really doing this for? I mean, uh, I hear people say, I'm tired and this and that, and this is a business where you have to be up, awake, alive, and moving 24/7, and you can miss anything at any point or any time. And we don't want you to miss. I don't want you guys to miss an opportunity or a chance or an investment while you have it. The biggest thing with investments, and this just goes all over, is the people that get in the earliest usually make the most money. And so if you were one of those people 10, 20 years ago and you just held back on cremation, held back, and your competition was scooping up crematory so fast, they got 10 crematory machines, that they invested first. And so they get to reap the rewards of being that first person to do that. And this is what I'm trying to tell you guys. There's a new wave of something big getting ready to come, getting ready to happen. And this is your chance to be the first person to invest in something big and something grand that's getting ready to happen. In my opinion, I strongly believe it's the integration of more deeper and stable funeral service live streaming with innovation around that, and technology just mainstreaming the main focus on that, because live streaming is still extremely popular, and there's some incredibly sharp companies out there that are really chopping it up. It's coming to a time where it's just a race. It's a race. And when you have companies racing for customers, that's when the best innovation happens. And so I want you guys to think about even investing back into that. I know the pandemic led to a lot of problems and things like that. But when I tell you live streaming is so much more refined than it's ever been, ask the great people at Viveo. You guys know they're a part of this podcast, and they're an incredible part of our companies we work with. They're doing some incredible things. I'm telling you, it really will make your business a different. And it's a great investment. And it's not an expensive investment, to be honest with you. It's just one that's going to provide something that you haven't seen before. And as competition grows, as more funeral homes are building up, you have to find the investment that's going to make your business look a little different out here compared to all the other funeral homes. They want to see something. They want to see something that's going to make them shine and make you shine. And so make an investment today. That's all I ask for you guys this week, to make an investment in yourself, because I believe in you. You believe in you. Your employees believe in you. Every embalmer, every funeral director out there that's watching this incredible podcast, make an investment in yourself this week. It can be from reading a book. It can be from doing absolutely anything, from buying a tour for your kids to just make an investment in your business and in yourself and your family, because people believe in you. I believe in you. I love you guys. My name is Jaden, folks. This is the Millennial Mortician podcast, a podcast that engraves. You guys have a blessed one. I look forward to seeing you next week.